You already know what it is. Gonna cut through the bullshit. One Punch Man Season 3, Episode 1 has officially dropped, and I'm just gonna briefly speed run and talk about this first episode because honestly, there's not a whole lot I can really say about how I feel about One Punch Man Season 3 and probably the franchise in general. So, again, One Punch Man Season 3 is under JC Staff once again, and given JC Staff's track record as of late when it comes to adapting the best and the worst animes to come out of within the past 5 years, it's safe to say the latter half of the worst animes of the past 5 years is definitely under their belt. And given that everyone remember what happened with One Punch Man, the series as a whole, it's safe to say that the franchise has been going in a massive, massive downhill spiral that has all stemmed from One Punch Man Season 2, which is a show that I talked about a little bit in the past when I first started this YouTube channel and briefly mentioned that like if season 3 wasn't going to be a smash hit, this could be the end of One Punch Man as a whole. But I can comfortably say after watching today's first episode of season 3, it is passable. That's all I'm going to say about it. It is simply passable. It's not the best anime that the fall 2025 season has to offer right now, and I can confidently say that at the rate it's going, this might be like a best anime contender, maybe a worst anime contender. But as I mentioned, this is a passable first episode. And I'm already seeing a lot of discourse online for the fact that a lot of people are just bombarding this season's first episode and giving such like negative reviews, negative receptions upon it. Because again, after such a disappointing flop that was with season 2 of One Punch Man, how can you really bounce back from this third season? And the fact that it's under JC Staff once again and not under a different studio such as Madhouse that did One Punch Man season 1, what can you really say about your targeted audience, right? But anyway, just want to dive deep into this first episode. I just think that everything about this third season, the way it starts off, is good. It's amazing. The opening theme song is great. I think the animation this time around is a huge, huge, huge step up from the second season. I'm so glad that like the biggest example is Genos, who, if you know Genos from the first season and the second season, you know that there's like a crazy animation spike dip in quality with him from season one Genos to season two Genos, and it looks so bad. And I think it's season three Genos in this case from the first episode alone. I'm judging just the first episode. I think they did a really good job with actually capturing the original character to heart. And also, to summarize what happened in the first episode of season three, it's essentially taking off exactly where I left off from the season two finale that happened from season two. And again, I understand that a lot of people are going to have another complaint that, oh, we have Saitama back, but he's not telling a lot of jokes this time around. He's not showcasing the humor, that charisma. But, if you read the One Punch Man manga and adaptation, you should know that that's exactly how the story of One Punch Man left off in the manga. So I can't really blame JC Staff for the fact that they had to adapt the story to how it is right now. So I understand that there's a lot of people saying that we need more Saitama, we need more jokes and humors, and why he's the One Punch Man. And I get that, but again, I think they're just following what how the story was being told in the manga, and that's where I'll leave it at. But again, going back to some compliments, again, animation I think is a lot more stronger this time around. There are moments where, like, again, if you don't remember what happened in season two, you're not going to understand what happened in season three. But I think without a doubt, the biggest sin that a show of this caliber has already committed right off the bat is that there are too many things happening all at once. Like there's too many eggs in the basket. So with so much going on within this first episode, you're trying to really figure out where you're at, how it all happened, what's going on, like who, what, when, where, why, and you're trying to figure out like how to piece it all together, right? And again, this is just from the first episode alone. And I just think that unfortunately, in this instance, there's just too much going on. I wish they just simplified it down to like the basic bare necessities of like where we're at right now. Because at the end of the day, it dives into like where the heroes are right now, where Garo is at after his huge climactic epic finale battle between his two masters at one point, and then like the Monsters Association and like the current state of where the Heroes Association is right now because Again, this show has a lot of potential still. It's too early to say this is the worst anime of the year, but I will say on from first episode alone to clarify this and summarize this video once and for all, it is passable. It is okay. I don't think it deserves like the negative, harsh reviews right now because it's still too early. I feel like if you give me like two, maybe like five more episodes of this show, of this third season, then I can honestly formulate like how I feel about the show overall. But as of right now, it's still too early to determine if this is like a bit of a disappointment show, in my opinion. But yeah, just wanted to briefly talk about this, and yeah, that's all I gotta say. I'll see you on the next one. Later.